welcome back to the channel. Today we're back out at the JP shop. Yes, I got some Jeep content coming next couple videos because I'm waiting on parts for Beast 3.0. But we're installing a beefy, massive driveline upgrade. We're installing these Tom Woods drive shafts. But before we install these, by the way, they definitely do a good job packaging these things. All the way up to the point of protecting this right here with some cut PVC piping. And it's wrapped around there. I mean, they do a really good job packaging their stuff before they ship it out. But yeah, before we install this, we gotta rip out all the old stuff. So Tracy and I are gonna get to doing that now.
So you're gonna remove all 16 bolts out of your axle end and your transfer case end with a T50 Torx bit.
I'm gonna show you one of the reasons right here, guys. See that CV joint? I don't know if you can see that. Right here, see how it's angled down and it's literally touching that. I know the suspension's fully drooped right now, but if you were to lift your vehicle, that would be a problem. Because we may go higher at some point, that could be a serious problem. And over time, that's gonna wear, especially when you're articulating and going off-road. That is being stressed right there. That's a stress point. That's something I'm trying to avoid. That's one of the things. But yeah, it's something you have to be concerned about. One of the main reasons I decided to go with Tom Woods, because there's a lot of options out there on the market. It's a family-owned company that's been around for decades. Tom started this business back in 1979. Similar to the JP shop, it's been around for decades, family-owned business. And they've been doing this for a long time. And Tom does his research, and if it doesn't meet his standards, even far surpassing OEM standards, Tom will say, no, that doesn't meet our standards. He goes above and beyond, and he wants the highest quality product for his customers. If you look him up, look Tom Woods custom drive shafts up, just Google it on the internet, you'll see a lot of good information, a lot of awesome people using his products and their off-road rigs, not just Jeeps, 4x4 vehicles.
Let's talk about the differences between the stock Wrangler JL drive shafts and the Tom Woods 1350 U-joint drive shafts. You'll notice that the diameter of the stock drive shafts are bigger. Bigger is better. Not in this case. The tubing is much thinner, and because the drive shaft is larger, it causes clearance issues after lifting your Jeep and articulating the suspension when off-road. Tom Woods drive shafts are smaller in diameter, and they are stronger. The stock drive shafts have non-serviceable boots, which is designed to retain the grease for the splines. This boot commonly gets torn while off-roading, and eventually all the grease will leak out without you even knowing, causing a potential catastrophic failure. The Tom Woods drive shafts have a serviceable grease fitting, making it easy to service during normal maintenance intervals or after a muddy wheeling trip. The stock drive shafts have our Zippa CV joints. I'm probably not saying that right. that are designed to function at higher speeds, but with lifted vehicles, it creates an increased angle at the joints. This causes the CV boot to fail prematurely and the joint will lose its grease, thus causing, again, a potential catastrophic failure. Tom Woods drive shafts double cardan joints will support the new degree angle caused from a suspension lift, allowing the drive shaft to spin freely without any stress being put on the joints. What does 1350 mean? 1350 is the size and strength of the U-joints, and they are equivalent to drive shafts commonly used in a 1-ton truck. Tom Woods offers 2 types of U-joints, greasable and non-greasable. I opted for the greasable, which will last longer when servicing them about every 6,000 miles. The non-greasable will probably be a better option to those who don't normally maintenance their vehicles or on a consistent basis. Tom Woods drive shafts are custom, which means they will need some measurements when ordering them. Don't worry, it's easy to do, and I will provide helpful links in the video description below. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to them. Their customer service team is amazing.
Tracy's using a puller to remove the yoke. So when you get your drive shaft from Tom Woods, the yoke's going to come pre-installed just for shipping purposes. You're going to have to remove that to install it into your transfer case and axle on the rear.
We don't need the front one. Front one doesn't have one, it just uses the factory now. If you're doing this job, I recommend wrapping the wrenches. They will save you a lot of time. Except for mine doesn't fit in there, of course.
You can service it yourself. These are greasable, guys. They're not sealed, so you.
Right here.
Yep.
Here's one of your grease fittings, and then your other one over here is a normal grease fitting.
There you go. And then they give you this nice little tool. Comes in there. We'll just throw this in a glove box so we can service them. You just put a little bit of grease right there. Make it a little bit easier to get in. Why would you put RTV on the splines here?
So the way that these work is this is pretty much open to all your fluid. So your fluid could potentially run out of this hole and then run down, and then you're gonna be leaking out of your transfer case.
Don't be like Smitty and just use your bare hands. If you have gloves, put gloves on. I always use my bare hands. They're usually filthy by the end of the video.
Mine are still gross, but I haven't been wearing gloves. Rubber O-ring in there.
Oh yeah, check that out. That's not just gonna come out. You're gonna need a puller. Oh! I don't know if the camera got that. I guess a good few whacks on the back of that, you're gonna be good.
Don't normally drop them. You'll dent this part.
Oh!
But these come off, and these also bend back in place.
Yeah. Well, we don't need it anymore. It's empty.
It's probably no, it's not. He said it wasn't empty. Sorry, it's all on the glove. There we go.
A little bit of red Loctite on the nut. Then Tracy's just going to torque that down to 160 foot-pounds. And now we're torqued. Put a red Loctite on there on the pinion nut. Now, could you potentially do something really bad if you over tighten this?
So you'll over crush your crush washer.
Oh yeah, we don't want that then. So just be careful.
The impact will stop on the crush washer.
So what you might have to do, guys, if your suspension's fully drooped, you might have to compress it a little bit to get the rear drive shaft in. Just to get it started. We're gonna raise the Jeep back up in a second. Yeah, we just had to compress the suspension a little bit to get the shaft in. Now we're good. Tracy said that it did. He actually had to pull the drive shaft out to get it to line up with the flange up there. So now we're just gonna, now we got them in, he's gonna pull the bolts out. He's gonna red Loctite them, and then we're gonna torque. I didn't see you do that.
I was underneath the vehicle.
Don't mess with me. Red Loctite is extremely important, guys. Trust me. Just ask Jesse. There's a video.
Oh, I know for sure.
There's a video. I applied red Loctite to the U-bolts back here, and we're just tightening them down. And then we're officially going to start on the front drive shaft.
You want to make sure you tighten these evenly, so it's not one side's hanging out more than the other.
Now Tracy's pulling the gear off the front of the transfer case. And he actually was able to get the impact up there. Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Like the other rear yoke, we are applying RTV inside the threads, or inside the splines, so it'll make its own seal. They use it to haul their skid loader. Well, not anymore. The thing's an absolute piece, but it does what it needs to. It's a diesel, and he'll pull it in the driveway, turn it right off, and then before he leaves, cranks it on and just leaves. He doesn't actually let it warm up, and he doesn't let the turbo cool down when he's done.
That's not good. Alright, with a massive pipe wrench holding the yoke, we're gonna torque this down to 160 foot-pounds. And it's torqued. And you don't have to do anything with the front differential. It's just gonna mount to this flange. Hey, Jesse, you got wood?
I got wood.
You got wood?
I'm holding
Steve's wood.
You're holding my wood.
I'm holding Tom's wood.
Probably wouldn't hurt to get a couple extra U-bolts and nuts just to keep in the Jeep. Just in case.
I'm tired of carrying stuff. You got that.
I know, I have a lot. If you look in the back of my Jeep, I got like 5 bags of stuff back there.
I got everything we need. Electronics, parts.
That's one thing I need to go on. I need to. Yeah. Well, you didn't have enough fuses last time.
I didn't. I didn't have the correct fuses last time.
Who would have thought you would have needed that fuse anyway?
Yeah.
What was that, 40 amp?
40 amp block fuse.
Block fuse. And we were out in middle of nowhere, no garages. The freaking truck stops didn't have the fuse. Tracy was about, what, 20 minutes away from us on the way home. They had to turn around and come back.
Guys. Yeah, I got that phone call. What?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. We'll keep driving until you guys need us. Difficult.
It's tight in there, guys, but you can get in there with a little, what is that, a quarter-inch drive?
Quarter-inch ratchet, and then I'm gonna go back with a wrench.
Yeah. And then we'll be on to the front.
Front uses the stock front bolts.
Boom. And you're gonna put red Loctite on that as well. That might not be perfectly straight, Jesse. I started that one. Huh. I gotta wait.
How does it feel to work on your own Jeep?
Yeah, I do work on my own Jeep, Jesse. Just,
No, he doesn't.
You know, I have to
It's
video
all
occasionally. No, it's not. It's. Can I turn it yet?
No.
Come on.
You wanted to take the
I
credit
got
away from me
excited.
working on this Jeep today.
Well, you know, I'm always holding the camera, so I want to at least do a little bit of participation in this.
Just go ahead and spin it.
Spin it.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that's going to conclude this video. Pretty simple, basic install. You can either do it yourself in your driveway. Actually, it might be a little bit easier for some of it. As you saw, it was a little harder to do on the lift for the rear drive shaft, but no big deal. You can do it at home, or you can bring it here to the JP shop. JP shop's installed many of Tom Wood's drive shafts. So here's one of his old decals. And the nice thing about, I gotta say something. So when I contacted Tom Woods, his son actually reached out to me personally, called me on my cell phone, and we talked for like a good 30 minutes over the phone. And he was reviewing some of my videos, and he actually saw this sticker in a video. Oh, look, there's another one.
That's where he saw it.
Oh, he saw it.
That's where we did your lift.
Okay, all right, so there you go. But yeah, it's been around for a while. This is one of his older decals. They sent me a whole bunch of their newer decals, but yeah, another Tom Woods drive shaft. And that says something about their customer service as well, because if the owner's son, who's I guess he's in charge of operations. I don't know his actual job title there. I'm sure he's very important there. If he reaches out to you and takes the time out of his busy day to discuss your build, your projects. Are you making fun of me in the background? That says a lot about the company. And that's, again, I'm gonna segue back to the JP shop. That's why I love the JP shop. That's why I'm a part of the JP shop team. That's why I film all these videos here, is because it's family owned and they have excellent customer service and they want to make sure their customers are happy. So make sure you check out Tom Woods Drive Shafts. I'll have all the information for these drive shafts in the video description as always. And Tom Woods is also on the website now, and they are an official partner of the Beast Projects family. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you're stopping by for the first time, make sure you smash, tap, do something to that subscribe button, turn on all those notifications. Make sure you check out allbeastprojects.com. That's me, that's my website, it's our merch. Again, partners are on there, a lot of good information. Check out beastsynthetics.com. I'm AMSOIL Dealer. If you purchase your AMSOIL for me, it helps support the channel at the same time so we can continue bringing you guys this awesome content. And if you want to become an AMSOIL dealer, like Jesse did, Garrison Synthetics.
Yep, Garrison Synthetics.
You can become an AMSOIL dealer through me as well, which also supports me. And you can also become one for Jesse, because now he's a dealer. And that will also support me as well. So if you're interested in that, that information is all on my website under Beast Synthetics. We love you guys. We'll see you on the next upload. Smash it out, Tracy. Or both of you, both of you.
Oh yeah.
And if it doesn't meet his standards, even far surpassing, even far surpassing, like, sir.
No.
What? Sir.
Now you got me surpassing.
Even
Surpassing.
surpassing. Even far surpassing